Good morning and happy Thursday, Holiday Hill family. Josh here in the youth room for Throwback Thursday. And this week's Throwback Thursday is in a connection of what we're going to be talking about this upcoming Sunday. This idea that you've been put on a moment for such a time as this. So back in the mid-1930s, there was a guy, his name was Duncan. Duncan was born in Kentucky. However, he got a job as a traveling salesman in Chicago. And he was working for a printing company and went all over the United States. Now, bear in mind, in the 1930s, there's no interstate system yet. There's no Yelp. There's no GPS. And his years of being a traveling salesman made him quite the connoisseur for restaurants, eateries, and hotels. So Christmas that year was coming around, and him and his wife gave a very unique Christmas present. See, over the time, Duncan had compiled a list of some of the best restaurants he had ever been to, and he decided he would share that list with his friends. The Christmas gift went over real well, so much so, in fact, that Duncan self-published a book and expanded that list of some of the best eateries and restaurants he had ever been all over the United States. The book got so popular that he created a sequel basically touting hotels and motels throughout the entire United States as well. His popularity gained in such a way that he became known as a writer, a food connoisseur, and was writing for various newspapers across the United States. But it didn't end there. Restaurants would then proudly talk about how they have the Duncan seal of approval. And it became a running thing because he was a very well-trusted voice in food and in taste. Then a company approached him. Your name is so well synonymous with food, why don't we make ice cream with your name on it? So they created ice cream. And though the ice cream was really good and it had high butterfat content, more so than usual, it was very expensive, things flew off the shelves. Next came bread. And then they decided to do cake and brownie mixes. And at first, it didn't work out too well. They decided that people wanted to feel like they're involved in the baking process. So they changed the cake mix in such a way where you had to add one egg. And thus became the popularity of one Duncan Hines. Yeah, by the way, if you've never eaten one of these, have you ever really even gone through a breakup? So yeah, that's the story of Duncan Hines. Now, I tell you all of that to tell you this. Fun fact about Duncan Hines. Couple of them, as a matter of fact. Here's the first one. Duncan Hines did not begin this journey in culinary adventures, the list, the book, the whole thing, until he was in his mid-50s. He was in his mid-50s before he became known for what he's known for. And here's even thing crazier. What he's known for is baking and cooking. Duncan Hines wasn't a baker. He was a terrible cook by his own admission. He just did good food when he tasted it and shared that with others. And that's all he did. So as we leave today, my encouragement to you is this. Sometimes we play the compare game. We look at our peers around us and maybe they're going through life stages that we haven't gone through yet. Maybe they're getting married or having kids or getting that house or entering in retirement. And we feel like the tires are just turning and nothing's going right. Duncan didn't hit his stride till his mid-50s. Everything before that was relatively unknown. Something to think about. That thing that he was never associated with, cooking and baking, became the thing he became associated with. And that's my encouragement for you guys today. Don't give up. Don't tap out. Don't be discouraged if things aren't going the way as planned. Who knows? Maybe something great's on the horizon that we don't even know what it is or looks like yet. There is no age on God's timing, so stop putting one on it. God bless. Take care.